All right, everyone, you are in level 3 of Map Your Success program, which means that you are a superstar and you are one of the very few who we will personally as a team commit to help move ahead in your business or career. All right, so we discussed your career as a project. We discussed earnability and how sometimes people get stuck on the earnability level, meaning what they're making money from right now, without developing their X factor, which is their element or their calling, the one thing that will generate more money, success, happiness, thrill, whatever in the future for them. So your career as a project has 4 components: earnability, the X factor, your talents and your passion, power skills, we have a separate training on this, and of course your network and your portfolio and your personal brand. The people who are around you and who can become your clients, your employers, your partners, your investors, and of course your personal brand. So in this video, I would like to touch about networking and personal brand just a little bit. So networking, I believe, is important for any career goal. Networking, I believe, is important for any career goal. At this point, I'm pretty sure you already have a lot on your plate. You might be working in a field which is not your X factor, so you're making money from this, but then you want to have a career or business in this, and you should be working on your skills here. You might be also working on power skills, on how to manage your attention, have better self-regulation, feel better, and think thoughts that make you feel better. And now I'm also talking about networking, and I know this might be overwhelming, so I will just mention a few important things here, and then we will move on to your personal brand. So networking, it's not something that you need to wake up every morning or every week and think about it. However, I believe that it's super important that you subscribe to newsletters, podcasts, which are in your area, in your field, in your X factor. The more you know about recent development, the more you listen to it, the more knowledgeable you'll become. It's also important when resources allow you to go to conferences, to go to events, networking events, which are related to whatever it is that you want to develop in, whether it's entrepreneurial, business, sales, art, events, network, and just network with people who are already where you want to be, who already have the success that you want to be. Now, again, this is not something that you should be thinking about on a daily or weekly basis, but I believe it's important to surround yourself with the reality that you want to live in. And this has a tremendous added value. As I have mentioned throughout the program, one of the most important skills in the 21st century is to manage your attention. It's so easy to get distracted. It's so easy to have this dream to be a pilot and then get distracted by bills, by problems, by girlfriends, boyfriends, and you completely lose that dream and you just have a mediocre career, and eventually AI replaces you because you're mediocre. However, if you are surrounding yourselves with people, with podcasts, with information about the area that you want to have a career or business in, about your industry, about your zone, then this helps tremendously stay focused and stay consistent pursuing the career or business that you love. So this is about networking. Networking is about surrounding yourself with the people that will help you succeed, going to events which are in your field, and just don't get pulled away from your dreams and from what you want by the just everyday hurdle of life, but also have this other gravity point, which are events, podcasts, and everything related to where you want to be. Now, personal brand. I myself am not an expert on personal branding. This is why we have a guest expert, and you do have an optional video on personal branding. In my opinion, a lot of people get this the wrong way. So they start with personal branding, they start with marketing before having the substance. While this might work for some people, it only works short term, and honestly, this is just putting the carriage in front of the horse. It's not going to work. Also, something that I've noticed is that one of the most successful people, even in areas like psychology and personal development, are not just people with great personal brands. Those are people who deliver value. And I'll tell you a short story. One of the greatest psychologists I know developed all of her business. She does trainings all around the world only by delivering value. So in 2024, when her business bloomed, she had been working for 10 years already, and most of her clients come by word of mouth. And she has become so popular that she has a waiting list. Not only she has a waiting list, but not everyone gets into that waiting list. And she does training in the US, in Amsterdam, pretty much in all great cities and countries in the world. And all of this came from her delivering value and this becoming viral. So my first message before I invite you to watch the guest speaker on personal brand is this. Whatever you do, make sure that you have the substance first. Because in order to have a package, you need to have something inside the package. You need to have the substance. And that's super important. And also, let me tell you something else. When you start to deliver value, when you start solving problems for your clients or for your employer, when you become an expert in your field, when you have creativity, when you're not mediocre, this will create a ripple effect. And people, the right people, will know about you. Which doesn't mean, though, that marketing and branding are not important. They are, but they are the second step. And for that second step, we have a guest speaker in the next video.